Right, so here we are. Haven't done one of these since last year. What a bad YouTuber I am. No, but even with the joke aside, it has been quite a while since I did one of these. We had the Christmas break, and then I've had exams that I've been revising for, so I've only just finished those. So been doing them, but I've been keep recording all my races, so I'll be catching up with the videos for them. But yeah, getting onto the race, Germany. After the long break, which was needed after Silverstone, because I was very disappointed at what happened there. You know, a race that I was really looking forward to, and just went down the pan really. But yeah, this is a track I was feeling alright for. Obviously, there's the big joke about it being the pad's backyard. So yeah, I was hoping for a good result. Fortunately, it's yet another track where I want to be qualifying on the middle tyre, which I believe was the softs here. So hopefully I don't make a hash of qualifying as I always seem to do with these strategies. But yeah, let's get into qualifying. So here we are setting our initial runs on the medium tyre, just so I can, get used to the track without being on too quick of a tyre. See, we've got a provisional pole with a medium tyre, which is good, and this time nailing the first corner on the mediums. The reason I left this lap in is because honestly, it's probably my best lap of the weekend, I think. Considering the tyres that I was on, I was very happy with the lap I ended up setting. You can see we are almost 2 tenths up on our previous lap, so I think we took turn 1 quite safe on that first lap. You can see gaining a lot of time for the hairpin there, because I think I took a wide line in the previous lap there. That's almost 4 tenths up on the medium tyres, so it's been a really good lap so far. I'm very happy with this. Obviously, there's only so much you can do in the medium tyres, like the inherent lack of grip is always there, like you can tell, but yeah, I just feel so dialed in for some reason, even on these tyres. So this bodes well. I'm very happy with this lap so far. Like, it felt amazing, considering the tyres I was on. That corner was always tricky all weekend, but I think I negotiated that quite well. Coming up to the line, that's going to be an improvement of over half a second, I think. But now putting onto our soft time, you can see that we've been knocked down to 5th on the medium tyre. I think I just set a time on the soft actually, which was only a slight improvement, which is kind of a testament to how good my time on the medium tyre. I don't know how I wasn't invalidated for that. That seems very odd, but I'm going to take it. So obviously we're up on our time by 1 tenth. Sorry, it's very hard to see. The chicane, this is quite a tricky corner actually in qualifying. Like, kept braking deceptively late and then just going too wide and not clipping the apex nicely, but I think I negotiated it alright there. Still, overall, probably been more of a scruffy lap than the lap I did on the mediums, but you just get so much more grip on the softs that I'm more up on my time. You can see now we are 2 tenths up, is that? 4? Sorry, I can't see a thing. Negotiating this very tricky final sector here, very technical. You can see turning in too late for that corner, which gave me a wide line for there, which probably wasn't too bad considering it gave me a nice one for the last corner. And you can see that's put us up to P3 behind our teammate Jack. So here we are on the grid then. You can see strategy soft and mediums. Lining up in P3, so not a bad qualifying position for first race back. You can see familiar faces in front of me. Joe is on pole, but he's on the ultra soft tyres, so the ultras do not last long at all around here. People were saying that if you started on the ultras, you'd really have to be doing a 2-stop, so that's why it was so imperative for me to qualify on softs. But yeah, not really sure what my mindset going into this was. Like, I don't think I was that worried about Joe, because like I said, he's probably on a different strategy. Jack's not usually the greatest at starts, but I also didn't expect him to get out of my way, as much as this whole thing about Jack being my wingman. He's first out of the soft runners, so I felt like if he got away in first, he deserved to keep that. It doesn't mean I was going to let him, but I'm not going to ask him to move aside from me, so yeah, it's going to be an interesting start. I've got Catherine right behind me as well, so I think at this point she's ahead of Jack, I think, in the championship, so she's my closest challenger, I think. So, you know, I'm going to have to be looking behind just as much as I'm looking in front, because she's found an abundance of pace recently, and with that wheel, you know, very apprehensive about what her race pace is going to be like. So now lining up into our grid slot, tension's rising here. You know. Honestly, I have no idea what was going to happen in this race. I was very doubtful about getting Jack on the line, as bad as his stars usually are, considering how short the run is, and he's got the inside line. And Joe could throw a spanner into the works in his ultra soft tyres, but here we go. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. And away we go for long haul, and you can see Joe's just not moved off the line. I got so close to hitting him, and Jack's had a horrific start. And somehow, I have no idea, but from that, I've gone from third to the lead into turn 1. Like, that was just an insane start. Like, I had no idea what was going on. Like, Joe just didn't move off the line, which was, I don't know how I didn't hit my wing on him, and then to get a better start than Jack. This is a dream come true. I couldn't believe it. So, you know, at this point, I'm first, but I'm not letting anything go to my head. It's a very easy track to slipstream at, so I was very aware that cars behind could easily keep up with me, and I know Jack's got some decent pace around here. So yeah, just not getting in over my head, trying to keep nice and calm. I'm very aware that there's a lot of laps left, but I was very nervous, I won't lie. Like, I've really wanted to get another win this season, especially because I personally feel like my win at Australia wasn't super deserved, so I was very eager to win this, but also very aware that the cars behind are very quick, and it's a very easy track to keep within 60. So my main goal here was to just try and break away from DRS if I could of Jack, which is definitely easier said than done, but see, we've got a bit of a buffer to him already. I think Catherine was putting him under some pressure. I believe the gap was 8 tenths. You can see you're already getting a warning on lap 2 for extending turn 1. It's a very easy corner to get a warning at. So you're going purple again on lap 2. Now we've broken, the gap is over second to Jack now, so it was kind of in two minds about this. Like, I was glad that I was out of DRS range of the car behind, but then I was also felt kind of bad because Catherine was in range of him, and you know, I do also want to do well in the constructors as well. But yeah, I just felt like I drove really well, and you can see Catherine's actually now got ahead of Jack on lap 9. So I was very aware of this. I wasn't actually in a party with Jack for this race. He had troubles with his mic, so I had no idea like what was going on in his head or what his mindset was. You can see we get a virtual safety car for what appears to be nothing, but it's not really going to change the race in any way whatsoever. But yeah, I don't know if Jack was like battling Catherine so hard for my sake or just his sake. I mean, he's racing for position. They're close in the championship, so I don't know. I didn't know what was going on in his head. He's still done a good job anyway by battling her. I think at this point I had like a 7-second gap, which I was very happy with, considering I know the wheels notorious for having better tyre wear. So now that we're getting close to the pit stops, I was like, I'm just going to wait for Catherine to pit first, you know, let her undercut me a bit, but then I have the benefit of having maybe like a lap fresher tyres on the medium, so you know, I can keep a gap up hopefully by negating the tyre wear advantage from the wheel. But you can see lap 12, end of lap 12, Jack came into the pits, which is quite early actually. I was very surprised, but obviously I don't know what his strategy was, but the undercut is very powerful here. So we can see now coming on to the end of lap 14, I'm going to stay out for another lap because Catherine is yet to pit. But now we can see that Catherine has dived into the pits, so this is going to be our in lap, and we want to make the most of it. I mean, we still had quite a decent gap, but want to negate the effects of the undercut as much as possible. So yep, now we're coming into the pits, end of lap 15. The tyres felt horrific at this point, but I was just glad to get that extra lap. I think it gave me more peace of mind. But the McLaren boys with a rapid pit stop. It felt like that footage was almost sped up. But yeah, you can see now, so we've rejoined in P2 behind the driving legend himself, overrated Llama, who started on the medium, so he's still yet to pit, so net P1. But now if we take a look at the mini-map, we can see that Jack's undercut has actually paid off so well, and you can see Ellie Revolution is directly behind me, but he's yet to pit still, and Jack's about to overtake him down the straight, so Catherine is stuck behind, I believe, another car that's yet to pit, so she's going to have two cars on different strategies behind, in front of her, going to be holding her up. So Jack's undercut has worked amazingly. Like, I remember I was really happy that this happened, because it's always nice to have your teammate in second, and this is a real chance for the McLaren 1-2 to happen. Now cutting a long way into the race now, lap 22. Believe Catherine got held up a lot behind Ellie Revolution, which is very surprising. But I can also reveal that after his medium stint, overrated Llama came out in P4, I think. And he's absolutely rapid on his new softs, which I can't believe I'm actually saying in a sentence. But yeah, I mean, at this point I'm quite worried, because he's not that far away from Jack, so maybe the 1-2 could be vulnerable, could be at risk here by the driving god himself. But now cutting further ahead, we can see that Llama's gotten past Catherine, and on the minimap he's right behind Jack, so this is a very nervous at this point, because I really wanted Jack to, I really wanted the McLaren 1-2, as I'm sure Jack did, even when in part you can see the Llama's now pulling alongside Jack, and he's going to get ahead of Jack, I think, here. I thought it was all over, but then you can see Jack's descended down the inside again. He's got the position back. I was absolutely so hyped when this happened. Like, I wish I could actually see this fight happening, because it looked like a really good fight. Looking at the positions again, you can see lap 31 now. And you can see Llama's now going to make the move into the hairpin versus last time where he made it down the back straight and then Jack just sent it down the inside of the hairpin. So at this point I thought it was GG and it was all over for Jack, which I was very good about. We can see now on lap 32, Jack's actually managed to stay with Llama quite well here, and he's going to get he's got such a nice run out of that corner that he's already past Llama. And they're going to run side by side down the main straight. This is so exciting to watch. I just wish I could actually be seeing it in person. See, Llama's gone ahead, but Jack, I think he's sent it down the inside to get the position back. You can see Catherine now right behind this fight. Llama getting the cutback, I think, on Jack. So looking like he's getting ahead of Jack, but Jack right behind Llama, I think. He's actually managed to make the move into this corner, which was very surprising. You see they're going side by side. The colours switching at which one's leading, and I think Jack has now gotten a position. So this is, I mean, this was so exciting to watch. If anything, it's kind of distracting me off my race. Like, I mean, I'm very far ahead now with all this battling, but it was kind of off-putting. But I was just excited to see what happened. See, last lap now. You can see now how close they are on this last lap. Jack still ahead of Llama somehow, even though Llama's on quicker tyres, but Llama now going to have a good run on Jack here. This is a main overtaking opportunity as well, so Jack can't keep the position here. It's not looking good. See, Llama's already ahead now, coming into the hairpin. I think he's gone to defend the inside, so Jack can't get past. And you can see it looks like Llama's actually going to keep the position here, so Jack's falling away a bit. I think his tyres are dying a bit, and now you can see Catherine's right behind him. It looks like Llama's actually going to be the one to finish in second, which is very good for the 1-2. But now coming back onto RPOV, you can see we've had quite an easy race, but I felt like I deserved this one, especially way more than Australia, and I'm just so excited to have won another race, especially a more deserved one, and we're going to win the German Grand Prix. What a way to come back after the break. I was very happy with that. Now we're going to cut back to see what's going on behind. You can see Llama's still in second, so got that behind him. Now cutting on board to Jack, and we can see as we cut on board, he's actually just got a puncture right as we cut on board, which is good, because now Catherine's actually going to get him up onto the line. I can't believe how close that was. I was so gutted for Jack. It turns out Llama had a time penalty, which meant that if Jack hadn't got that puncture, he would have got second and we would have had the McLaren 1-2. So gutting for him to get a puncture on the final corner like that. He drove, I spent most of the video talking about him, but he drove such a good race, considering how early he pitted on for his mediums, to be to do such a good job of fighting Llama on new softs was just amazing. I was so gutted for him. Like, he deserved that second place so much. But yeah, here we are now, the standings. See, coming back with a bang. Got one penalty, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like I was under much pressure that race. But yeah, very happy with that. It's a shame we couldn't get the 1-2 for McLaren, but still getting a good haul in the constructors. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for Germany. Apologies about the very lengthy delay. I've just been really busy, and I'll see you guys at the Hungaroring, where I'll be very hungry for a win. Haha, I'm so sorry.